What's up, folks? This is T. Oh, it's about 9 o'clock on Thursday, the 4th of this great month of August, which is very dear to me because the next week here, August 13th, is an anniversary of mine, the day that the legs went away. So it's going to be interesting because I actually work that day. Normally, I usually take a day off and, start up the morning with some mimosas and then eat, two not chicken, what are those things called? Sausage McMuffins from McDonald's. And I don't know, go with it, right? It's just a tradition. Anyways, a lot of heaviness going on around the crowd today. Out on the Facebook sites, the websites, the emails, got a lot of folks who just sort of feeling it. And I myself feeling it too. I've been struck down a little bit this week. Had to lay in bed yesterday all day due to a bit of a burn that I got on the back of my leg, which sitting on it, you got to be careful with that. So, it's interesting when you lay in bed all day. And I've done this before. In fact, my longest stint in bed was a little over 16 months, back when I was like 14. It's interesting to spend like 2 holidays, in bed. Those are some crazy times. And where am I going today and this morning and this Tuesdays with T? I have no idea, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. I think when you're at your most atomic level, you begin to realize and see things. And I hate my disability, right? I really do. And maybe today this is for disabled folks. I don't know. But you uprights, take a listen too. You might get something out of it as well. I don't wish this disability on anybody. Never have, never will. And it seems that, for at least in my life, I spend a majority of my time trying to minimize it, or trying to look at it in a benign state, where I don't think that I'm disabled or paralyzed. That, in fact, I just sit in a chair, right? And for the most part in my life, I'm pretty good at that. And also the people around me are pretty good at it too. When people hand you stuff, my mom hands me stuff all the time. My sister does. My family, my brother, Clayton, Izzy. It's just what it is. So I would say 90% of the time I don't even feel like I'm disabled. But those times when it's reality that I do feel like I'm disabled, such as gravel driveways, right? Living out here in the woods is brutal for the driveway. And 1 second, this is my sister popping in. What's up? You good?
Yeah, you said you wanted to talk to me about...
Can I finish my Tuesdays with Tea and then I'll grab you?
Sorry.
Hey, why don't you say hi to everybody?
Hello.
All right, so that's sister right there. The best sister in the world. I tell you what, she's been hanging out with me the last couple of days. She'll be here for about a week because the fam is on vacation. But anyway, she's a rock steady sister. But I'll go back to what I'm saying. The reality, the moments in reality. Like I said, the gravel driveway, the bumps, driving over grass. I don't like that. That's why I like living in a city. In a city, you're able to minimize the disability. So what happens when you lay in bed? Well, for me, because I'm an inventor and I want to create as much independence as possible, it looks like I run NASA when I'm in bed, right? Because I got an earpiece in my ear for my cell phone. I'm wearing a BiPAP on my head because I can't breathe when I lay down because of the level of paralysis. I have a button by my chin which controls the BlackBerry, which then in turn controls the headset in my ear. I then have a what's called a gooseneck, a straw, that's by my mouth that controls fans, lights, and a secondary telephony system just in case the cell phone breaks. And then the next thing I have is a 19-inch flat panel monitor in front of me with a USB joystick mouse that I use with my mouth, right? And a full-fledged, HP machine right there in front of me, where I can, remote desktop to my other computers in the office. I can dial into servers in Seattle or across the country if one of my clients, calls. Again, even in bed, I have created all these systems to try to make me independent, to yet again minimize the disability. Why do I do that? I do it because I don't like this. I do it because I don't want to sit here. I do this because I know somebody's got to fight for what is right and to fight for change. And that's exactly what I'm here to do, which we've talked about before in these previous posts. And so I would say to everybody, including myself, and it is one thing to preach, right? But to follow your message, right? We all know that. But when you're at your most atomic level, do you find who you really are? And when you're at your atomic level, do you begin to realize and see just what you're made of, right? And so the folks out there that are struggling and that are challenged and that are in a difficult state, especially a guy right now, it's a friend of mine who is in a chair and it's just having a bad day. I would say that you are incredible. And I know you know this, and I know you see this, but I also know that you're struggling with that. I struggle with that myself. We have been in a place of great invitation. And you would say, well, why would you call this an invitation? Because I can't look at it any other way, or my God is not good. And I do believe and hold tight to Jeremiah. He has good things for me, and he knows better than I do what this is and where this is going. And so I'd say for the folks out there that are struggling, when you're up against the wall and you're in the corner and you're beaten down and you're battered and you get dust on your face, remember, this is who you are. This is your choice and how you react to where you are at. And what would I say to you who is in the corner, who doesn't know what to do? Well, the simple answer is that you begin to believe in a king who is just, and you begin to believe in a king who is righteous, and you begin to believe in a king who is absolutely in love with you, who died many, many moons ago on a piece of wood with your name in his head and heart, saying that I am doing this for you. He knows the amount of hairs on our head. He knows our struggles. He knows our passions and our weaknesses. And so today, for the folks that are struggling, I think it's time. I think it's time to let it go, let it down, and pick it up with him. Let him take over. Abide in him. Plug yourself into him. Give up, surrender, and allow your loving king to take control and to move you in places that you have dreamt of, but you never knew you could go there. But with him you can. And he will take you places that you never knew you could go. And it will be such great invitation. Yes, at the same time, it is cost and sacrifice, but it is what it is, folks. Nothing on this life and this earth was promised, and nobody told us this was going to be sweet and nothing but good cookies and cream. And so that's it. Trust me, it's my own message I'm trying to follow too, and it is difficult. But remember, I love you. We love you. It's time to step it up. And in that, what wonder. How amazing is our God, who all he asks for is you. That's it. He doesn't want any more. Just you. Use your resources, folks. I love you.